The five most expensive footballers of all time playing at the same time for the first time. Suarez onside! Luis Suarez finds Barcelona ahead in the Clásico. Neymar onside. Neymar doubles Barcelona's advantage. Iniesta! Magnificent finish. It's Suarez for four. The white hankies are being waved all around the Santiago Bernabeu. Barcelona handsome 4-0 winners in the Clásico.
Barcelona proved only last season they can win big away from home, but they're going to need to do it again tonight to keep their La Liga title hopes alive. So there is Gareth Bale making his 100th appearance tonight, and a bit earlier on, Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, and he scored 16 goals in Clásicos, and 8 of those have been in La Liga Clásico clashes. And very briefly, Thierry, a word about Marcelo, who draws level with Juanito, the Real Madrid legend, on 401 club appearances tonight.
I think he has been tremendous at Real Madrid throughout his career so far. But I think this season he is, for me, the most influential player in this team. He is outstanding. The way he goes forward, the way he does defense. He's playing as a 10, left winger, left back, tackling in his box, assisting in the other one. I mean, this is an example, because it wasn't easy for him when he first arrived in Madrid. But I mean, it's a long time ago when you think about that now. But he's been a hell of a player this season.
So this is the Real Madrid team. 4-3-3 as always, and as we mentioned before, it's as close to their strongest team as you'll get, perhaps the exception being Nacho. Remember, he and Sergio Ramos have played 300 minutes over the course of a week. That included the extra time against Bayern Munich in the Champions League quarter-final second leg. The famous trio now, they could be a legendary trio: Kroos, Modric and Casemiro, and of course the BBC up front. And whenever they start a game, they do not lose in La Liga this season. 15 played, won 10 and drawn 5. You can see the two managers there exchanging pleasantries, although they've had a few scraps when they were representing Real Madrid and Barcelona. 2003 in particular, I seem to recall. And it is Andres Iniesta, who hasn't scored in La Liga for 519 days. The last time he did was actually against Real Madrid in that 4-0 that we reminded you of just a couple of moments ago. Barcelona's 4-3-3, Guillem, and we mentioned just the one change, Alcácer in for Neymar. What is the key for them? Is it attitude? Is it to do with the way they knit play together to recover and rediscover feeling?
I think Thierry mentioned it earlier. Without the ball, if they're actually able to recover early, that's where the danger is, of course, because with the space, you know, Messi and Luis Suarez and all those just can kill you. But control of the midfield, if Paco Alcácer doesn't help Barcelona with that, Madrid may take advantage of it.
The world is Real. 32, of course, is the number of La Liga titles, the most in Spain, and 11 the number of European Cups. Of course, both those numbers can go up by 1. Sergio Garcia, Masters champion, and finally wins a major at the 74th time of asking. He is a lifelong Real Madrid fan. He is an honorary life member of the club, and he will do the ceremonial kick-off tonight. This, you can see Sergio Ramos, close friends with Sergio Garcia, as is Gareth Bale, in fact. And Garcia, this has sort of come as a result of a conversation with Florentino Perez, who said, as long as you win a major, as soon as you do, you can do the ceremonial kick-off. Guillem.
By the way, he's a very good player.
Is he?
He played in the 3rd division for a few years. And he did that until quite recently.
Do you like the way he struck the ball there?
Yeah, with his laces, I like that.
Yeah, a little bit of fun. Yeah, excellent. So Sergio, wearing his green jacket that he won at Augusta National, does the ceremonial kick-off. But here we go with the proper business of the evening. Expect our colleagues in Spain to have a few bits of fun with the cameras. They've got plenty of them inside the Estadio Bernabeu. Let's hand you over to your commentary team. It's a very good evening to Jerry Armstrong and Rob Punn.
Thank you, David. Well, they tell us that this is the most watched game of football ever. 185 countries, all dipping into El Gran Clásico. Two teams who are separated historically, but in La Liga, separated by 3 points. We have every view covered at the Bernabeu this evening. It is said that this is Luis Enrique, as he's known Lucho, his last. It could be the game that defines how he's remembered as the Barcelona manager. 7 majors he's won. He's in the cup final this season. He could do the double again. He's done the treble, but lose today, and effectively they are out to the reckoning for LaLiga. Win, and they're back in the frame. It's tense, Jerry.
Well, it is, and you've hit the nail on the head, Rob, because this is a must-win game for Barcelona. You know, Real Madrid have that game in hand on a 3-point advantage, and everything is in their favour. And if they're not complacent, they should, you know, they're the favourites certainly in this game, the fixture, especially with no Neymar. And it's interesting seeing Sergio Garcia on with his green jacket in the week that Rob Palmer had a hole-in-one. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jerry. Well, we've already passed the moment where we had that early goal a couple of seasons ago from Benzema. He's not got the green jacket on. Nattily dressed Luis Enrique, who decided the first weekend of March that he was going to step aside and allow somebody else to take the reins and the stress of managing Football Club Barcelona. No ideas yet who it's going to be. It's amazing, isn't it? In 17 months, the last time these sides played here, that was effectively the end of Rafa Benitez's stand. He had all kinds of problems. Benzema and Carvajal had missed 6 games. Bale was drafted in, they had problems, but they are at full strength and they're a team at the moment. The big call for the referee, Ronaldo goes down. There are about 90,000 witnesses all claiming that he'd been fouled. But the referee tonight, you're going to see a lot of him. Alejandro Hernandez vigorously shook his head. Here is Gareth Bale.
Well, I want to see that again. There's a split second when Ronaldo picks his pocket, and does he get caught? The referee was in a good position about 12 yards away, and he didn't think so, and that's too strong for Marcelo. Out of play, and let's see this again. Here it comes. He gets across from Tite. Well, let's see. Oh, he gets the player. He doesn't get the ball. It's a penalty.
The referee was arching his neck to see it. Ronaldo claimed the collision had come after the ball had gone.
He was right.
Busquets caught in possession. Modric to Cristiano Ronaldo, hoping to prey on Tite, who's making his Clasico debut. It was one of the big decisions for Luis Enrique. Did he go with the experienced Mascherano or Samuel Tite, the one signing this season that has worked?
Yeah, I like him. He's done well. He just lacks a bit of experience, as you can see there, Rob. He's not the only debutant tonight. Paco Alcácer is another one, and he's in for Neymar.
Nacho for Real Madrid. This is Alcácer looking for Luis Suarez. Modric. Toni Kroos.
Good play.
Modric to Ramos, who scored that dramatic goal right at the death in the game at the Nou Camp between these two teams. Ramos. There's a swagger in the step of Real Madrid. Cristiano Ronaldo. Or to Carvajal, he has the freedom. Carvajal has options right across the face of goal. Rakitic clears. It's the full force of Real Madrid right from the start of this game.
Well, they're dominant, aren't they, Rob? They're really pushing home at the moment. Toni Kroos and Modric on this right-hand side.
Ter Stegen doesn't get there. Benzema stretches. And some breathing space for Barcelona.
Wow. Well, certainly asking questions of the defence. Great run, he's onside. You can see clearly he's onside. Linesman's in a great position. Thought he went for the wrong option. Maybe Gareth Bale near post was a good option. There's the penalty. He catches him with his right foot on the shin, and then he swings his other foot afterwards and catches him again. I don't know. Tough one for the referee, obviously, in a massive game like this.
And Ter Stegen is closed down. We generally get an early goal in the Clasico. We've had a goal in the opening 11 minutes of the last 5 games at the Bernabeu between these teams. There's going to be a lot of rough and tumble. It's the second Clasico for Senor Hernandez. Oh, last season he sent off Ramos in this game at Real Madrid. 1-0 was at the Nou Camp. This is Zinedine Zidane's home debut in a Clasico.
Well, a bit of a twist and angle there from Marcelo.
Gareth Bale, that was the news the fans were waiting for. Would it be Isco? Would it be Bale as part of the front three? There's Lionel Messi. His first touch is on the ball. Jordi Alba. Neymar, as you have probably been following in the news, he was sent off recently against Malaga. Yes, a ban was extended to this game. Barca thought about appealing it, but it all kind of withered out. Andres Iniesta, skipper of Barcelona, launches their first attack. Casemiro gets dug in.
So important, Casemiro, Rob, in this midfield. And the brakes on.
Here's Toni Kroos. Kroos to Cristiano Ronaldo. Does he still have that speed? Yes, he does. Beats an old friend, Gerard Piqué. Ronaldo! Ter Stegen with a confidence-building save.
Excellent play from CR7. Showed a good turn of pace on the right-hand side. Comes in on his left foot. Strikes it on target. Ter Stegen up for the challenge. And it's been all Real Madrid in the opening 5 minutes. Let's not forget, we've got Messi and Paco Alcácer, and Luis Suarez has got a good record in the Clásicos, Rob. 4 goals in his last 5 Clásicos.
Well, we've got tons of statistics. Let me give you one that we want to get out of the way early on. There hasn't been a 0-0 at the Bernabeu between these teams since 1987. I hope that's the last time we mention that. Jordi Alba with an incredible amount of space. Carvajal stands off him. It's a great ball in. His intended target was Suarez, who was starting from an offside position.
Just slightly long on that one.
Luis Suarez hasn't scored in his last 4 games.
Yeah, that's one of the problems. Let's have a look, see. Oh,
it was his right wrist.
Well, he's level, I think, Rob. I think that's a tough one. I've seen 3 or 4 of them given like that, and I'd love to see the benefit of the doubt given to the striker. We want to see goals. And he was level, I thought, with the last defender. Good ball.
It was a great ball, but offside. Now Bale is offside. Gareth Bale's missed the last 2 games, but joined in training. And it's probably helpful because it will be a fatigued team after the Champions League in midweek, and Bale comes in to freshen things up. Just the one change.
He looked level as well with Piqué. I thought he was level with Piqué. That's another one that was debatable.
Titi. Jordi Alba. Suarez. Casemiro all over him. And he's done some damage to Suarez.
And Suarez still down holding his chest. I think he might have caught an elbow. Well, he turns into the challenge here. Well, he runs in, he falls into the knee of
Well, he initially fell into the knee of Ramos, and I think that knee of Ramos ended up in his rib cage. Modric. Jordi Alba taken out by Casemiro, the enforcer in midfield.
He's superb when they have him available, Rob. He's so important.
Nacho to Carvajal. Well, it has been a revolution under Zinedine Zidane. When Rafa Benitez was the manager, and I'm sure he's watching up in the northeast of England, he was encouraged, let's say, to play the Galacticos, the big names that just signed. Danilo, James had to play. Casemiro had a run in the team, but when he came to the Clásico, he was deselected. Zidane has picked who he feels deserves a place in this team, and he's picked on form rather than reputation. Busquets. It's a great matchup between Busquets and Toni Kroos, 2 accomplished World Cup winning midfield players. Titi. Busquets taken on by Lionel Messi. Messi from a deep position feeds Alcácer. Rakitic. Jordi Alba. Messi. Little lapse in concentration for Messi. Busquets. Andres Iniesta. The skipper has a shot.
Wow. His last goal was against Real Madrid over a year ago.
Well, 519 days ago. In fact, his last 2 goals in LaLiga have been against Real Madrid. His last goal was actually against Celtic. That was a volley in the Champions League. Iniesta. Alba. It's taken them a while, but Barcelona settling into the salubrious surroundings.
Well, it started to pass the ball quite well. Barcelona was starting to settle into the salubrious surroundings, as you say, Rob.
To Piqué. Benzema was onto him in a flash. Iniesta to Rakitic. Messi, you can't pin him down to a position. Jordi Alba. Suarez has hung deep. Ooh, whistles one in.
It's a chance, Rob. Good strike, just wide of the left-hand post. And again, it's a threat that Barcelona pose. You can see there he's about 2 feet wide of the far post. That's an opportunity for him. Looking for goals, obviously. His confidence is a little bit low. This one's on target from Cristiano Ronaldo, and well taken by Ter Stegen.
Well, he is redefining his play, Cristiano Ronaldo. 32 years of age now. Still the goals flow, 31 in all competitions this season. There's Nacho. Carvajal. Casemiro. Marcelo has a dart down the left-hand side. Ronaldo had made the move, but Rakitic is there.
It's good play.
Ter Stegen. Titi. Jordi Alba. There were a few weeks where Jordi Alba was sacrificed as Luis Enrique experimented with his formation, playing 3 at the back. No room for experimentation tonight against Real Madrid. Messi gets past Casemiro. He's going to have to watch his step tonight, Casemiro. That's his job, to stop the flow in midfield, and the referee. A very early booking, that's dangerous.
He doesn't need to get. That's one of the things he needs to improve on for me. Hope he's walking now, and he doesn't really need to do that early on. He's only on the halfway line, and he doesn't need to foul him. Referee's no choice in to give him a yellow card.
Well, sometimes you get one free, but the referee felt that was crude enough to warrant the caution. There's Bale, selling his goalkeeper short. Alcacer was onto it in a flash. Here's Messi. Alcacer. Jordi Alba was up there as well. It was Alba chasing down the fullback.
Well, Bale's on Jane's wings row. He's on the right-hand side wing. That's why he's tracked back. And this is the foul on Lionel Messi, and he doesn't need to do it, Rob. He's just crossing the halfway line, and he clatters him.
Right on the halfway line. He took dust.
Still in play.
Titi. Busquets leaves it for Rakitic. Marcelo. Ramos. Gareth Bale. And a slight reshuffle. Benzema's gone to the left side. Ronaldo at centre forward. Gareth Bale making a run down this right-hand side. Jordi Alba.
Just offside. I wonder, are they doing that because of the height advantage Gareth Bale would have on a diagonal ball, Rob, or it's just straightforward? Well,
you can see from the shadows.
Yeah, he's slightly offside. Linesman's in the best position. You've got to give him the benefit there.
Barcelona have an excellent record at the Bernabeu. Doesn't really give them much fear. They've won 10 of the last 17 games here. Those whistles and boos will be music to the ears of the Barcelona players. Suarez. Alcacer to Messi. Busquets. Iniesta leaves it for Jordi Alba. Chorus of Viva España. Politics entering the arena.
That's it.
Barcelona against the Castile. Barcelona will be doing it for the Catalans. It is St. George's Day in England. Same saint, St. Jordi is the patron saint of Catalonia. Johan Cruyff named his son after him.
best throw out from Navas.
Zinedine Zidane, the most demonstrative of managers, does his work in the build-up to the games. He said this is important, but it isn't a decisive game or a deciding game when it comes to where the La Liga trophy goes this season.
Yeah, he's right. I hope it's not going to be complacent, though, because if they can obviously win the match, they can put it to bed, really. They give themselves a huge advantage and knock the stuff out of Barcelona's chances of winning the league title this year.
Real Madrid have won the title just once in the last 8 years, when Jose Mourinho was here back in 2012. It's all been fairly balanced so far.
I haven't really seen Real Madrid press, you know, as they try to play it from the back. That's well nicked.
Ronaldo, so close to finding the thread through to Karim Benzema. There's Andres Iniesta, Umtiti, Alba, Messi, really close down. Messi leaves Modric and Casemiro on his way. Messi going solo. Oh, he tried to pass it on to Rakitic. It needed 4 or 5 of them to stop him.
Well, I didn't want him to pass it, Rob. I just want him to go on himself. He'd gone past so many people. Great acceleration from Lionel Messi.
Rakitic. Suarez, the defenders drop off it. Suarez tiptoes through the defensive landmines. Here's Casemiro. Benzema.
Offside. Just moved up the last second. There was a movement, Rob, as Ronaldo went forward, the last defender moved up. It was really close again. And this is a run from Messi. Brilliant. Look at the acceleration away from Toni Kroos. And then away goes. Modric's not going to catch him. He's looking for the support play. And you can see just stepping up. Just look at the step up.
Dangerous game being
really
played by
tight.
PK, wasn't it?
Very tight, because he knows he's not going to catch him.
Iniesta. Luka Modric, what a key player he has developed into for Real Madrid. Modric
what a run.
to Benzema. Benzema has a chance, but it was a soft shot.
Great run, fantastic movement, lovely play from Modric, but should have done better, I think, Robin. I agree with you. Great ball.
Barcelona strikes straight back, and this comes to Suarez. And the 2 number 9s getting chances within, 25 seconds of each other.
Well, a super run from Paco Alcácer. He's done so well there. And he lays a lovely cushion pass into the path of Suarez. And I thought he should have done better than that, Luis Suarez, but been out of form in terms of goals in the last 4 games, Rob.
Put your hands in front of the television and feel the electricity from this game. Marcelo. Cross. Casemiro. Modric has options. Bale is one of them.
Oh, it's a typical skill. He's trying to play it with the outside of his left foot into the path of Cristiano Ronaldo. What a great ball. Paco Alcácer makes a super run. Lovely cushion pass. Disappointing finish from Luis Suarez. I think he has time to take a touch there, Rob. First touch and into the box and then stick it in the net. This is a run from Modric. Great run from Karim Benzema. I think Ronaldo and him made the same run.
Messi.
Well, he's lost possession.
Casemiro to Kroos. Marcelo. Ronaldo with some workspace. Benzema fighting for a position in the centre. Ronaldo, big hand from Ter Stegen. It was important because not only did he stop it, he had to batter it away from Benzema, who was waiting for any spillage. Oh, this is not good. Oh no!
Look at this.
Little Messi is down. That's not a sight you want to see for any footballer.
He's in trouble. He's got a whack in the mouth there.
maybe the dentist rather than the physio that they're requiring.
Well, let's see what happens when he comes in here. Does he catch an arm, an elbow? What is it? He's holding his face. Oh, he catches the elbow of Marcelo. It looks an accident, Rob, but it catches him plumb in the face. Looks like his mouth or teeth here. He jumps to get out of the way, and the elbow catches him.
Well, it's going to have to go up because there is a spillage of blood. Marcelo is going to graze on the arm as well.
Well, but if he caught him with the elbow on the teeth, that could be where the graze is coming. Yeah, looks like the case.
He may have a tooth embedded in the elbow.
This is brilliant play from Cristiano Ronaldo. That's a great shot, and what a good save from Ter Stegen. He's been the busier of the two goalkeepers in the opening 21 minutes, and I think that's his best save.
And a man who has established himself as the undisputed #1 this season when Claudio Bravo headed to Manchester City. Ter Stegen just takes a breather to allow Messi time for a little bit of treatment on the touchline.
He's a top keeper, Ter Stegen, Robbie. Is a good shot stopper. He's good on crosses, and his distribution's excellent as well.
Ball over the top. Bale! Well, he went for the element of surprise and tried to take it first time. That would have been a spectacular strike.
Yeah, I think you're right. Now, he had time looking at it again. He didn't know it, but he had time to take the ball down. Maybe it was a better option. But it's been an interesting opening 22 minutes. 7 shots from both sides. Oh, flies in. But the Clásicos are always like this. They're so intense. And they can hinge on one split second, one decision. And see what happens when they put pressure on the goalkeeper there, Rob. He puts it out of play. But they're a man down. And Messi trying to get back on.
Here's Karim Benzema. Gareth Bale. Whips it in with his left. It was a disappointing cross from the Wales international.
Yep. Modric, Harry and Iniesta. Yes. That's a good contest as well, Rob.
Here is Messi.
Good ball.
At the moment he's playing with one hand, and he's got a bandage on his mouth. It's like Pele in escape to victory. There's Casemiro. Marcelo. Full steam ahead for the Real Madrid full-back. Overstepped by Benzema. Cristiano Ronaldo tries to create something out of nothing at all.
He had an option to play the ball into the path of Gareth Bale. He saw Bale coming across, and he was maybe the better option for me. But he wanted to get a strike at goal, and he's come very close. Good ball in here from Marcelo. Across the 18-yard box. And look who's tracking back Gareth Bale. That's Luis Suarez.
Well, that was a brilliant run from Bale, and a wonderful ball over the top.
He's onside in that one. It's a good decision. Could have taken a touch of Rob, couldn't he?
You could see his intention was to loft it over the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Iniesta to Messi. Lionel Messi clearly isn't concerned about his image. When the camera catches in a minute, you'll see why. This is Alcácer. He does have speed. Carvajal chases him down. He has been the most underestimated player in the Real Madrid team, Dani Carvajal.
Yeah, he's a super full-back. Very strong and solid. I like Paco Alcácer. He's not had many opportunities this season for Real Madrid, or for Barcelona, but you know, he's made some really good runs.
It's only his 5th La Liga start since signing from Valencia last summer. Did score against Real Madrid last year in the colours of Valencia. Modric. Kroos. Benzema to Ramos. suspicion, more than a suspicion.
Yeah,
Over Luka Modric.
It looked to me, it was not a great pass, I don't think, and he sticks his right arm up in the air. Referee quite adamant it's caught him. Well, maybe shoulder, but the arm being out makes it look more like a handball than not. This is a shot from Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a good angle to see the shot coming in. It's an excellent save, really top drawer save. It's the best save of the game. Chances.
There goes Cristiano Ronaldo to Benzema. That's the job of Busquets to come back and act as the extra defender in a crisis.
Hasn't really got into it yet, Benzema, Karim Benzema. He had a couple of good runs and had one shot that was pretty weak. He's given possession away cheaply there.
Rakitic, Sergio Roberto, Messi. Casemiro has another little dig in him. He has to watch his step after that early yellow card. Andres Iniesta, Lionel Messi, Modric, Rakitic. Alcacer had made the move between the two central defenders. It's good play though from Nacho.
Good pressing for Barcelona.
Marcelo, Benzema. Referee had spotted a foul there, but acknowledged it and willed Real Madrid to take the advantage. Can they fully take it? This is Carvajal. It's a flowing move. Gareth Bale, tremendous tackle from Jean Piqué.
Yeah, good timing on the tackle from Piqué. He's saying him to calm down, but
calling for calm in a Classico. He's got no chance.
Calm down in a situation like this. Plus, they've broken really well, Real Madrid, and he's at full stretch. And this is a position that they're good at. Corner kick, free kicks. They've got a lot of players who are good in the air.
Cross with the corner. Ter Stegen fighting Zoman Piqué. Marcelo. Ter Stegen stays. It's Ramos. It's the post. Scrambled over the line. It's an unlikely hero. Casemiro. Maybe an ugly goal, but a goal of great beauty in the eyes of those Real Madrid supporters.
Yeah, it's his fourth goal, Rob. He scored already this season, but you can see when the cross comes in from Marcelo, they've not been good defending from Barcelona over the last couple of months, I have to say. It's put in deep the far post. There's two Real Madrid players going for it. And you watch the corner coming in, punched partially clear outside the box. But then look at this. The marking is awful. Far post.
Well, the question is,
offside?
was it offside?
Yeah.
It was Ramos who will get the assist.
Well, Ramos hit the post. I'm not sure if he was offside. There was other players moving out who looked offside. I don't know if Casemiro was one of them. But it's counted, it's a goal. And Ramos hits it off the post, and he's got Cristiano Ronaldo behind him looking to get on it as well. And there you go, tap in for Casemiro.
Well, in a couple of years' time, that might be one that goes to the video assistant referee. Casemiro wasn't waiting around to see if there was a flag man. He was celebrating.
Well, we'll leave that to game, and David and Thierry will discuss if they can see it at half-time. Was there anyone offside? But when the cross came in, there was two players coming out who were offside. Were they interfering, Rob? I don't know. I'd like to see it again.
Well, maybe supporters of Bayern Munich who are feeling a little bitter about alleged offside goals concerning Real Madrid at the moment.
Yeah, there's been 3 debatable offside decisions given in this game already. One against Real Madrid and one against Barcelona. And they have the goal, I would like to say. Here's Umtiti.
Is it going to be a quick response or a measured response from Barcelona?
Good run from PK.
PK breaks his defensive ranks, gives it to Rakitic. Messi. And the one thing about Zinedine Zidane's side is that they do know how to sit back and how to defend. He's brought that experience of his time in Italy. Not exactly the Italianisation, which initially was a term used for his management. But now to sit back, to condense, to absorb. Rakitic to Messi. Casemiro leaves him on the floor again.
Oh, I don't know, I think he maybe didn't have possession of the ball. That's what they're arguing there. He had lost possession of it. They toe-poked it away, and that's the argument. He's already lost it. That's what it means that Zinedine Zidane.
Iniesta. Zidane was once the costliest player in the world. We have 5 of the 6 costliest players currently playing football on the planet, on the pitch. Well, actually, in the stadium today, because James is on the bench. PK to Rakitic. Lionel Messi. Busquets. Rakitic. Leaves it for Messi. Messi full steam ahead. Brilliant! Lionel Messi! Hasn't scored in 6 Clásicos, but he's back to haunt Real Madrid.
Cut and thrust. Absolutely superb. Well, he's on his 46th goal now, Rob. And the little man does what he does best. Clever play, combination, lovely little 1-2, acceleration into the box, and an absolutely top drawer finish.
Well, one for the history books as well, because this is the goal that puts him ahead of everybody else as the scorer in Clásicos. One more now than the great Di Stefano.
Look at his first touch coming in here. He looks like he's lost it there to Carvajal. He goes past him in a flash. Look at the body swerve, the great balance, and then he slots it past the goalkeeper. Fabulous goal from Lionel Messi. My goodness.
499 goals in Lionel Messi's career.
Well, I was told he hadn't scored in 6 Clásicos, and my mate Frankie's a big Barcelona fan and big Messi fan, and he told me he was going to score today, and he did.
Here's Bale.
That's way over the top. Way over the top. I think that's the first shot they've had on target, Barcelona, against Navas, and it's found the back of the net.
Ter Stegen. Carvajal back to the safety net of his keeper. Ramos.
Oh, that's not a good ball.
This is Suarez to Alcácer. Iniesta.
I wonder now, can Andres Iniesta, I don't think he can do 90 minutes, Rob. You know, and this is a great piece of play. Lovely step over for Messi. But the body swerve, he goes past Carvajal so easy, Rob, and Carvajal's a good defender. And then it's Lionel Messi we're talking about. 46 goals this season, he's the Pichichi. He's the top goal scorer on 30 goals, 30 league goals. I wonder, will anybody catch him? I don't think so.
Lionel Messi actually hasn't been the leading scorer in Spain since 2013.
Oh,
the ball is
goodness.
gifted to Suarez. Messi is alongside him. Suarez doesn't find Messi. Cool headed defending from Sergio Ramos.
Some mistakes being made by Real Madrid at the back, Rob.
Casemiro to Benzema. Marcelo. Kroos. Carvajal. Ronaldo demanding the ball. Now Modric. Shoot is the cry. It was some shot. That is another excellent save from Ter Stegen.
Oh, it's gone out of play there. Trying to put it back in, Cristiano Ronaldo. What a super strike from Modric. That's a great strike. Well saved by the goalkeeper once again. It's a good height, Rob, but that's going inside the post from Luka Modric. And Ter Stegen, full-length save.
Well, goalkeepers love saves like that, especially when you've got a record number of cameras covering the game.
Oh, Gareth Bale's got a problem.
This is a worrying moment for Real Madrid. Gareth Bale has missed the last 2 games because of an ankle problem. And he's holding his left ankle.
Well, who does he go for, Isco, or does he go for Morata?
It would surely be Isco, given his form in recent games.
Well, Isco's got 9 goals and Morata's got 17, Rob. They could always change it, but then Morata's more of a centre forward, like Cristiano Ronaldo stroke Benzema. I think Isco's maybe the better option. He's been in super form as well. Here's a cross coming in, and then they go queuing up to put it in at the far post. Well, Casemiro's not offside now when the ball's put back off the post. But I'd like to see the play before that, Rob. This is it. Let's have a look, see.
Well, it's a wonderful toy that Spanish director has, but this is the replay we want to see. Well, Ramos was the man that got his foot on the ball, and Ramos started from an onside position.
He wasn't offside.
Clears it up.
Yep, that clears it up. The 2 players who were offside were moving back out again. But look at this touch. And then right foot, right foot, and then left foot back in the net. Oh, he's just absolutely brilliant, Lionel Messi. Has to be the best player in the world. No argument for me, Rob. I love Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a super player, but he's not in the same league as that man. Well, Luis Enrique enjoyed that. Keeps the title race going.
3 points the difference between the 2 sides, but Real Madrid have an extra game to play. It looks as though Bale has played his part. He hobbles forlornly down the tunnel.
Down to 10 men at the moment.
Barcelona make the most of this brief numerical advantage. PK. Sergio Roberto. Messi. Casemiro gets in the way. This is Benzema. Ronaldo. Brought by Umtiti. Referee points to the ball, but the damage had already been done. I think, in fairness to the referee, he was trying to play the advantage.
It's Asensio, Marco Asensio.
There we go.
Well, he's got his cards out, and he didn't give. You said he didn't give the free kick. Oh, he catches him clearly. Well, he clearly catches him.
You look for consistency, and earlier in the game he booked Casemiro for a similar challenge.
Yeah, he's got a book
on Lionel Messi.
He's going to book him, Rob, and I thought he wasn't going to give the free kick. Maybe he was trying to give him an advantage, but Samuel Umtiti has been booked for that challenge on Cristiano Ronaldo as Marco Asensio comes on.
Well, we debated Isco and Morata, and it's a slight surprise.
Well, I think it's pace here he's gone for, because Lucas Vazquez is not on the bench, but Marco Asensio's got a great turn of pace. The young Mallorcan striker come midfield player, naturally left-footed, but he's played very well. 9 goals this season.
Well, he is the baby on the pitch, only 21 years of age, but what a talent. Marcos Asensio. Now, does that mean it's going to be a change of formation? He's effectively a midfield player, isn't he? Are they going to go 4-4-2, Jerry? Or stays the 4-3-3?
He can play as a striker because he has the pace, and he's got a really good instinct for goal, Rob, as well. Possession favours Barcelona, but certainly passed the ball better from the back. But I don't think Real Madrid's pressed that much. As we come up to 40 minutes on the clock.
There's Suarez. Casemiro is beaten by Suarez. Steals it off him. Messi. It's a slip from Ramos. Well, one back, but it's only to Lionel Messi. And Messi, well, tries to curl it in. He is convinced that it took a A helping deflection on its way. He's not saying anything, he can't, because he's got a gag in his mouth, but it's all hand movements.
Well, I think they're looking for the free kick for the foul on Casemiro earlier. The referee hasn't given that. That takes a deflection.
It did appear that it came off Casemiro.
Yeah, it definitely took a deflection.
Sorry, Carvajal. There's a constant flow. But the last one really to establish himself was Sergio Roberto, who's now 25. Meanwhile, Asensio is 20. He follows the likes of Danilo and Carvajal and Nacho and Morata. They've all been bred at Real Madrid. Marcelo's cross. This is Umtiti. Cut the ball to Andres Iniesta. Messi. Oh, brilliant ball. Suarez. Alcacer makes the angle. Jordi Alba comes in and, well, he got a connection on it.
Well, it was Marco Asensio, who was backtracking and maybe done enough to put him off, but they've had a couple of good opportunities, half chances for Barcelona. The goal certainly lifted them, Rob. And the balance has definitely changed for Real Madrid, because Marco Asensio is playing as a midfield player, and that will allow Jordi Alba to push forward at will.
It'll be intriguing to hear what Thierry thinks at half-time about the tactical change of Real Madrid. Maybe Asensio's come on here to stop the runs down the left-hand side of Jordi Alba. He's had an awful lot of freedom in the first half. Busquets collides with Casemiro.
Well, this is the chance from earlier. It's a good run from Suarez. He's onside. You can see Carvajal's played him on, and he tries to cut it back, and it's just too much, and Asensio gets in. I think he gets a little touch on it. Yeah, he's trying to get them to push on there, Luis Enrique.
I think if they put it to the public vote, the Real Madrid supporters would like to have seen Isco introduced. Still to the last two games, scored a couple of goals against Sporting Gijón as well. He was the outstanding player in the last LaLiga game.
Oh, he was brilliant. He got 2 goals, didn't he, against Sporting Gijón. The last goal was on the 90th minute, and they were 1-0 and 2-1 down there. He made 9 changes, Zinedine Zidane.
Carvajal. Iniesta. There's a lazy ball from Alcacer. Both managers rehearsing their half-time lecture in their heads. What are they going to be thinking, Jerry?
Well, I think initially Real Madrid took the initiative the first 6 or 7 minutes, but Barcelona have gradually got back into the game, have dominated possession, but most of that's been unchallenged. And I think the best chances certainly fell to Real Madrid. But then that equalising goals changed everything, Rob. I see a lot of changes in the Real Madrid shape, and they're not as fluent going forward now.
Modric. Here's Busquets. 2 additional minutes to the first half. Brilliant ball from Suarez. Messi waiting for Rakitic to make the move, but Rakitic doesn't have that turbocharge. Messi does. Collides with Casemiro again. The referee felt that was the immovable chance.
You don't think they're trying to get him sent off any chance, because everybody, PK, Sergio Roberto, all come surging forward trying to get him sent off. And let's see it again. He comes across. That's a foul. He could easily have booked them for that. And that's why I said the first foul was a silly one. I think if he hadn't already booked him for a yellow card, he'd have given him a yellow card there. And it could quite easily have been a second yellow card. Messi thinks so.
He clearly does.
Well, it's a massive game for them. They really need to win it. I think he's been very fortunate. He's had to get a jail-free card there, hasn't he, Casemiro? But why is he last defender?
Rakitic. Umtiti's up there. Ramos is well ahead of him. Asensio. So centre half, Cristiano Ronaldo. All happens to the defensive pump. Andres Iniesta.
Good run.
It's a defence-splitting ball. Jordi Alba. Good defending by Nacho, who's twisted his ankle in his effort to get there.
Wow.
It's a point you made before the game, Jerry.
There's only
not
one
exactly,
defender.
Yeah, there's only
one
Danilo.
defender on the bench. That's a great run, Jordi Alba. Oh, he did. He's damaged his ankle there. They haven't got a centre half on the bench. They've only got Danilo.
Without Varane and without Pepe at the moment. The smiling assassin.
Well, I tell you what, Piqué's just made a comment to Casemiro. It's probably along the lines of, you should have been sent off. I wouldn't disagree with him either.
This is Barcelona's first corner of the game. With the final play of the first half. Rakitic right across the face. The goalkeeper's missed it. Oh, what an escape for Keylor Navas. Of all the people, it was Messi who crept in somehow and noticed. Lionel Messi very rarely misses chances like that.
Yeah, there's a foul there. You can see Suarez falls on top of Navas as he goes to get a touch, but you're right, Messi. That was an opportunity. I can't believe he's missed it. He should have scored.
And sometimes you think he's superhuman. He proved that he was human there. He got the equalising goal for Barcelona. A lot of discussion. He's the subject of the discussion. Casemiro, who scored the first goal for Real Madrid, and he's been the central figure. The half-time scoreline, and a game that's had everything, is 1-1.